Hello everyone, Ron here from L.T.L Tutoring Central, and it's summer vacation. For a lot of students, at least in this part of the world, it is summer vacation starting soon, if not already. Secondary school students have finished their exams, grade schools are out, so time to have fun. Time to go swimming, hiking, biking, bungee jumping, I don't know, whatever people do on their summer vacations, traveling perhaps, for many people as well. Always some great things to do during the summer, including relaxing, maybe sleeping in, but try not to do too much of that. Stay on a bit of a schedule. It'll help you when you get back to school in September. However, you know who I am and what I'm all about, so I'm of course going to say summer vacation, what a great time to continue learning and to re-engage with education. Get yourself on a positive track if you aren't already. If you are, keep that going. Good job. If you have had some issues, maybe this is a better time and still wait until waiting for September, which a lot of people do, or just before school, and they say, I'm going to do better this time. Maybe now is the time. You have more time to do it, and you can relax in between and learn how to commit yourself to learning and to education and to do better. Now, I'm not talking necessarily about formal learning. You don't have to go to classrooms. You don't have to go to a building. You don't have to do summer school. Well, some of you might have to do summer school, and that's not all bad. That's also a good way to commit to your education and to do better next time. But I'm talking about everyday learning. You can read, of course. I always talk about reading and how wonderful reading is. But don't just read. Engage with the material. Make sure you do something with it. You could write about it. You can talk about it to someone else. You can even talk about it to yourself. You could do a podcast. You could do many things, but engage with the material. It's important not to just read without thinking. It's always good to think about what you're reading. And if you're writing about it, you can also write about other things. You can write or do podcasts or do blogs, do videos about vacations you have, about just your day. What did you do today? What kinds of movies did you watch? Did you go to the park? But whatever you do, try to find some way of getting a little bit of learning in there. And it doesn't have to be, as I say, formal. It can be very informal. But remembering things, practicing your memory, all of these kinds of things lend themselves to formal learning later when you're back in class if you aren't over the summer period. If you visit your local nature area or a park, do you know the names of the trees? Do you know the names of the flowers? Do you know the names of the weeds? I don't know them all. Some of them I knew and forgot. Some of them I never knew. But there's always ways, entryways, doorways that you can open to new learning, and you might find it's quite interesting once you start doing something with it. So try to engage yourself, try to get, fall back in love with learning, fall back in love with your own brain. Because remember, this is what you're developing. It's your brain, it's your knowledge, your education, and you will be able to do so much more with it. The more you know, the more you will know. It just keeps expanding and growing. So keep those synapses active over the summer period. Now, sometimes you need a little direction, or you might need a coach. I just happen to be one, so you can always get in touch with me to help you. Of course, there's lots of other coaches and people that can help you as well, but to help you to direct your learning in case you're having some difficulties in particular areas. Maybe this year you had problems in math or writing or reading, or a combination. So you might want to seek out someone who can help you with that, either in a formal way or maybe even a less formal way over the summer period. I still teach back here at my big table and online if you happen to not be in the local area. And some of it's a bit formal, but I also like to play around and do a few informal things as well. And that's important. Play with what you're learning. Turn it around in your mind. Look at things in different way. Make connections that maybe don't make total sense, but they will help you to remember. So you might be connecting a prime minister or a president with an uncle or an aunt or someone you know in a strange way. They might look a little bit alike. They might have certain behaviors that are alike. And playing with knowledge, it's interesting. It can be hilarious because you can come up with some really strange combinations, but it will help you remember, because you tend to remember things that you are enjoying, that you're having fun with, and that you've manipulated in some way. Of course, you want to remember the true information and not your imagined bit, but with some practice you can expand your memory by using some of those strategies and techniques as well. If you did poorly in school and you had a relatively weak report card, do not panic. This is the time to reassess and say, I can do it. I might need a little help. I'm offering my services again. But you can do it, and it's a great time over the summer vacation to have a vacation, but a couple of hours a week practicing your weak areas can get you really well prepared for September. So that's something to think about as well. So enjoy your summer, enjoy whatever you do, whether that's swimming with sharks or just lying on the beach soaking up the sun, but also try to keep learning something, whether it's in an informal way or a formal way. It's Ron Johnson from L.T.L. Tutoring Central. I will put links, of course, to the website and the blog below, and have a wonderful summer vacation. But I will see you again, if you're watching this video channel, next week. Okay, bye-bye for now.